Good morning. It's Sunday morning. It's the 8th of May, and I'm back at my parents' house this weekend. That wasn't the plan, but yeah, I decided to change my plans. So, it's going to be a super short episode. Weather is really bad, so I'm taking the opportunity to film while it's not raining. Rusty's taking the chance to be outside as well. So, and I have very little to show today. I'm back on my parents' porch. Last week I was back over there somewhere. And now I'm at the other end. So, let's get started. Finished objects. I have finished the baby blanket I was working on. I forgot to bring my tapestry needle, so I haven't sewn in the ends yet, but I will be doing that shortly, so I can try send it out this week. I think last week I was somewhere here on this yellow stripe. I since then added these stripes and the end. I had planned on continuing and adding, after the stripe, adding another blue stripe, another yellow stripe, and another stripe of this color. But the blanket is pretty big as it is already, so here's the whole thing. It's pretty wide as well. And I thought it would become too long, so I decided to stop it after that, after the yellow stripe. So let me just fold this up quickly. So yeah, so this one's ready to be sent off. Just needs to sew in the end. Rusty, I don't know if you can see him, is trying to climb he's right there in the backpack. Okay, so that's my finished object. There's dogs barking. There's a lot of noise out here today, but inside the lighting was not great. Then, my works in progress. Just the one. I started yesterday, as I finished the blanket yesterday, and Rusty is now on the table, so sorry if the camera moves. Okay, so, as I was saying, works in progress. And they've not gone inside. Okay. I started the sweater that I said I was going to make. I showed you last week let's see if I can show this without them falling out. The yarn that I caked up last week. And I started the sweater. It's the 5200K by Suvi Simola. And I'm doing the, it's not the smallest size, it's this next size up. I think it's the S, I think it's the S, I'm not sure. But you can find, I'll put that all in my show notes. And as I mentioned last week, I wanted the yellow to be the main color, so I did the border at the top in yellow. Started doing striping. This is one row per color. I think after separating for the sleeves, I might drop the yellow and carry on with just the other two colors for the rest of the body, and then use the yellow for the sleeves. It's just 3/4 sleeves, so I should have enough yarn left to do that. A little progress keeper there to know, because there's two types of increases to be done until you separate the sleeves, so this marks off the second set of increases. Sorry, they're back outside, so I have to see where they're off to. Okay, so that's, like I said, it's going to be a mega short episode today. I might try add some films in at the end, but I'm not sure if I'll be able to. Anyway, so knitting these on 3.5 millimeters which I believe is a US 6, no, US, says it on there, US 4. And these are my Addy clicks, and the yarn, let's see if I remember it, yellow, I'll show the balls, yellow, Yarn Adventure Sock Golden Hour, then Yarn Adventure Sock Grandma's Garden, and Yarn Adventure Sock Sage and Lavender. And they, like you can see, they really go quite well because each color has a bit of the other color in there. Okay, so that's my works in progress. I did I cast on a pair of socks on Friday afternoon during lunch, but I didn't bring them, and it's just the cast on, so there's not much to show today anyway. I'll show those next week. That will be for the Fancy Feet Cal hosted by the Grocery Girls, which runs, I believe, until mid-June and started on the 1st of May. This is not for a Cal. I was going to buy some yarn on Thursday during the knit night to make my second rombing around sweater, but unfortunately they didn't have the colors I wanted, so I'm going to have to wait for a couple of weeks, which is okay. In the meantime, I'll finish the sweater, maybe get around to doing a bit more on the Natsumi sweater, which I haven't ripped out yet, but I will be as soon as I finish this one. This one has a deadline, so I need to finish this one before I start any other sweaters. Okay, then after, so I always like to have a big project and a small project on the needles. Big project obviously is the sweater. Small project for this week will be the socks. Don't know if I'll work on them, but that's my small project. And Rusty's back. When I finish the socks, the next project I'll be making is a cowl, which I designed for Radio Negra, and I'll be using this color. This is Vanna Amelia, and the color is number 97, and it's a lovely yellow tweed color, which I think is going to look great with the cables I designed. So, and he's all wet. He's been on the grass, getting my pants all wet, but that's okay. I have to go check on the cats in a little while. Oh yeah, cats. So, everyone loved Charlie last week. I'll see if I can insert a little film at the end. We now managed to get the mama cat with her 2 little kittens. There were some problems this week as my mom went to get her on Tuesday. She stuck around for Tuesday, well, the rest of the afternoon when my mom got her, and then Wednesday morning she disappeared, and she disappeared for the whole day. So the poor little kittens were without food and milk for the whole day, because they're not on solid food yet. They're still on mother's milk. So I bought some substitute milk in powder, and what, Rusty? But I could only get that to my mom at the end of the day. So in the meantime, she had some other milk that my dad had bought, which we gave the kittens, which wasn't appropriate milk because that's for 6 weeks or older, but at least they had some sort of liquid to drink throughout the day. Then on Thursday, the same thing. She came back in the evening on Wednesday evening. On Thursday morning, she did the same thing. She went off, I guess she went exploring, because she's in a new location. She doesn't know the area, so I guess she went exploring. Thursday evening it started raining, so since Friday she stuck around more. Yesterday morning, so I arrived on Friday. I went to check. She was there with her two little kittens. I don't know if I can film them because she's really in the little her little cage area, little transporter thing. I'll try, but she's very feral. She doesn't allow us to touch her or anything. I guess she at least allows us to get into the place where she's being kept, to feed her, give her water and all that kind of thing, but yeah, she's pretty feral. But we're trying to get the kittens, get her to the point where the kittens are old enough to go on solids, so we can start handling them more. And she doesn't have to, and we're going to sterilize her, so, you know, no other kittens, no other litters appear. And she can live here. We'll feed her, no problem, but we want the kittens to be socialized. We don't want them to be feral. And we want them getting used to the dogs. By the way, when my mom was feeding them, the kittens on the Wednesday and on Thursday, Joe, my mom's, the white dog, she mothered them, so she cleaned them off, she licked them, she was constantly making sure that they were okay. And the mother cat was fine with that. She's taken them back. It's not been an issue, because sometimes that could be an issue, but it's not been an issue. So yeah, I'll see if I can insert a little bit of a film at the end of Charlie, who's still looking scruffy, but next week we'll be castrating him, and I've already asked the vet to shave his hair and clean him up a bit. So he still looks the same as last week. He's still the little lover boy. You walk in and he's on his back, stomach showing, because that's where he likes to be petted. So yeah, I'll insert some videos if I can at the end. And now there's only one more thing to talk about, and that's the giveaway, which I mentioned from the very beginning of my podcast. And I'm sorry, I didn't even introduce myself at the beginning. My name is Raquel, this is my podcast, and I'll put the links all in the show notes. Like I said, I'm doing this like really rushed, and I don't even have show notes today like to follow, so sorry about this. Next week I'll be back in my place and I should be better. Anyway, giveaway. I was at the midnight on Thursday at Ovelha Negra, which is my local yarn store in Porto, and I talked to Joanna, the owner, who since the beginning offered to donate yarn for a giveaway if I ever did a giveaway. So, first giveaway on my podcast, and I've got yarn to show you. I got 3 balls or 3 skeins or 3 cakes, whatever you want to call them, of yarn. Seeing as we're going into summer here in Portugal, I decided to go for a more summery yarn, and this is enough basically to make a sweater. I know, because I've made a sweater out of 3 skeins of this and had left over, and I made an XL size. So we have Olivia in this color. This is the Kingfisher color, and I use this for my sweater, the rumping around. Then we have this one, which is 38, the Robin's Egg, and basically matches my top that I'm wearing. And then we have this one. This is number 12, and I forgot to write down the color name for this, but I'll put it in the show notes. So the lucky winner will get these 3 skeins, or cakes, like I said. Yeah, to make whatever they want to make with. So I'm going to add a prompt for this, and the rules are you have to be a member of my group on Ravelry. And I'm leaving it open for 2 weeks, so I'll close it on the morning of, I think today's the 8th, 22nd of May, when I'll film the 12th episode of my podcast. By the way, yeah, this is the 10th episode, guys, seriously. So yeah, the reason for the giveaway, it's the 10th episode today. I've got more than 500, close to 600 followers on my blog. I have close to 500 followers on my Facebook page. And I didn't check this morning, but I believe there's around 50 subscribers on YouTube. Which, you know, I never expected there to be that many people watching this podcast, so thank you everyone for watching, for continuing to watch. I think the prompt for the giveaway will be, what would you like to see in the future on my podcast? Whether it be yarn related, anything, whatever. What is it that you'd like to see more of, or what is it you would like to see on the podcast? And should you win the yarn, what would you do with it? Let me mention, this is a fingering weight yarn. I'll put all the notes in the thread. It's a fingering weight yarn. 50 grams gives you 350 meters, which is about 385 yards. It says to use 2.5 millimeter to 3 millimeter needles, and I don't know the US conversion of that, but I'll put that all in the thread, which gives you about 26 stitches per 10 centimeters or 4 inches. So it's a fingering weight yarn, great for the summer. It's 55% merino and 45% cotton. And this is a great yarn to work with. I've made a top out of this, my split top by La Maison Ravelry, which I've shown before. I've made the romping around by La Maison Ravelry, where I held this yarn doubled. I made a shawl out of this. I've used it for the mellow sweater that I made this year, which I'll show in a next podcast. And I added the Rowan Kid Silk Haze with it. Super, super great yarn to work with. So yeah, that was it. I have to stop now because there is a storm coming. From where I'm sitting, I can see which is the town closest, I suppose. And there's a cloud coming that is going to cover up the town. You won't be able to see it. Actually, I'll turn the computer around to show you. Hope you don't get too seasick, but we'll see. So, sorry about the movement, but okay. You see that in the background? There's a cloud coming and it's going to be raining. So, back to me now. So yeah, I'm calling it a day for now. I have to go check on the cats before this storm comes in. I think I'll put on my raincoats because it really does look like it's going to rain. So yeah, see you next week. Bye. Charlie's waiting for me. He wants his food. Back up, Charlie. There you go. Back up. Good boy. Back up. Back up. Just close the door so he can't get out. Come on, up. You gonna stand there? I'll prepare your food. Come here, Charlie. Here. Here, so everyone can see you. Like I said, he likes a good belly rub. You want to go out for a walk? Huh, Charlie? You want to go out for a walk? Want to go out for a walk? Okay, I'm going to prepare his food, and I'll be back in a sec. Okay, I'm back. I've prepared his food, and he's angry because I won't let him come up on the counter, and I'm about to give him his food. This is how hungry the little thing is. There you go, Charlie. He keeps purring. So sweet. Okay. I'm going to leave him to eat. And we're going to go see how Mama Cat is doing. Be back in a sec. So we're at Mama's Cat place. And I'm going to show you kittens and Mama Cat. But like I said, she's feral, so I won't get too close. There's Mama Cat. And you can hardly see the two kittens. But there's a black kitten and a tiger little kitten in there, and this is as close as she'll allow me to get in there. What I forgot to say while I was filming, we had a bit of a problem yesterday. Where I was sitting, we found a whole bunch of fur, and when I came to check on her here, there was a whole bunch of fur in here as well. Actually, you can still see some of it lying around. We have some other stray cats walking around here, and one of them, I guess, tried to get in here. I'll show you where she's being kept. This is my mom's greenhouse, and we have the sliding doors to the garden, and the sliding doors were open like this. Now we keep them closed to pretty much over here, so only she can get in and out. That's where she has her food. As you can see, there is fur still over here. One of the stray cats that wanders around here tried to get in here. I don't know. She fought with him. So yeah, this is Mama Cat, and she's not liking this too much. Actually, I think both little kittens are drinking right now. So I'm going to leave her alone, prepare her food, and I know it's not the greatest view, but there she is. She's quite a pretty little thing, but she's pretty feral. Oh look, can you see her little tiggered kitten underneath her? Can you see the little guy? Guy or girl, we don't know. Okay, so this is it. Bye. And I won't leave out the little dogs either, so Rusty, sit. There you go. Dakota. She's already sitting. There you go. Sit, Rusty. Come on. No more treats? They're not interested anymore. Just interested in the camera. Okay, that's it. Bye.